All right, Shalom. This is Power Thumb of the Great Millstone Houston Count back with another lesson to edify the elect of the nation of Israel. So before I begin, as always, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem, Rachak Quadash, the bonus to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutation to the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and all Israelites scattered abroad, who will receive this truth and enduring the truth unto the end. The saints should be saved, all right, to see the destruction of our enemies, starting with Esau, the so-called white man, during World War III, all right. And after that, Jacob will rule, starting with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, all right, and the elect. So I want to start here in Deuteronomy chapter 32, verses 41, all right, and this is America in the Bible. Alright, so I'm going to start here in Deuteronomy 32 and 41. If I wet my glittering sword in my hand, take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies, and I reward them that hate me. Alright, so us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have been oppressed and is being oppressed by Esau, the so-called white man, predominantly. And there is a payback coming, all right? One thing we don't have to worry about is being under the foot of the so-called white man for too much longer, all right? And too much longer could be this year, next year, all right, or the year following. But it's definitely close, all right? So we don't have to go out and try to seek justice through this judicial system or build our own banks or anything like that, get our own land. All right, if you get a portion of plot of land, okay, get it. But the main priority is preaching this gospel to bring on the destruction of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Romans chapter 12 and verse 19, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So there's payback coming on you Edomites, you so-called white people, you heathen nations, all right, and you Israelites that don't believe on this truth, all right, but mainly on you Edomites, okay? The Lord is going to bring a big payback for what you done to his people, and that is by way of this many things, but the main thing is this nuclear destruction. And after your kingdom, your system, your wicked society is destroyed, you're going into slavery, buddy. All right, hate when you Edomites call me buddy. I ain't your damn buddy, but I take it, all right, because I don't want no confrontation. Deuteronomy 32 and 41, if I wet my glittering sword, which are the nuclear missiles, and my hand take on judgment on you Edomites, and I will render vengeance to my enemies, you Edomites, and reward them that hate me. You show you hate the Lord, all right, by showing you hate the Israelites, all right? You show you hate the Lord by GMOs, by not following the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible, okay? Because love is following the commandments, so what is hate? Not following the commandments, all right? So the Lord gonna get you. Job 20 and let's see, Job 20 and 23, when he is about to fulfill his belly, that's his fourth industrial revolution, all right? Mixed with humanism, transhumanism is a part of that, all right? This whole social credit system with the MOTB, all this is a part of Esau filling his belly. Yes, he will get to the point of making it mandatory, all right? But it's only so far he's going to go. After he make his MOTB mandatory, time is going to move fast, and Esau rulership is ending. All right, it's in its last milliseconds. All right, last tenths of his seconds. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. All right, so you eating, you enjoying your people following your image, getting the MOTB. All right, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and coming out of the body, yea, the glittering sword coming out of his gall terrors are upon him. All right, so these nuclear missiles are going to destroy you, Edomites, and all your wicked plans. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. All right, so a fire not blown shall consume you. These thermonuclear missiles is going to destroy Esau, our secrets, all his plans that he had for the future. Okay? And everybody's going to know that you Edomites are the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right? Because the prophets have been telling you this. Let's go to Revelation chapter 18 and verse 1. After these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every clean and hateful bird. All right, so Babylon is America, and it will fall, and the only thing left on the shores of America will be desert and desert-like creatures. For all nations have drunk of the wine, all right, Americanization of the wrath of her fornication, okay? Her philosophies, her ways, that's her fornication, okay? Making deals with America, accepting her Americanization, and for financial profit. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. All right, so these other nations have been made rich, like China, for example. All right, that's a global superpower. Why? Because it got rich off of selling its products to America, imports, exports. And I have heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. All right, let's see. Therefore, verse 8, her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, who judge her. All right. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and have lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, at last, right? And this loss is like, damn, shit. The great city Babylon, America, the mighty city, for in 1 hour is her judgment come, is her Salakia. For in 1 hour is thou judgment coming. What can destroy this city? All right, this great city in 1 hour. Thermonuclear missiles, right? And Yahushua coming with the angels on chariots. Okay, let's see what precepts they got for me over here. All right, let's see. Let's go over here real quick to Isaiah chapter 34. All right, and verse 4, all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together, as a scroll. All right. So what's the heavens rolled together as a scroll? That's the mushroom clouds coming from the nuclear warheads hitting ground zero. And all their hosts shall fall down, all the armies, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. You're going down. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. All right. So what is the sword? The thermonuclear missiles. Who is heaven? Esau's heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. These missiles gonna consume the heavens, right? 200 million warheads coming to America. This, it says, coming down upon Idumea. Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. You Edomites. Okay, and we already proved this is Babylon the Great, which is America. Right? So it's coming to America, and also mainly to America, and also the land of Israel. All right? And upon the people of my curse to judgment. Okay? Who is the people of the Most High's curse? You Edomites. Look at your skin. That's a curse. Pale, leprous, vitiligo skin is a curse to judgment. Okay? The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, the fatness of kidneys and rams. For Yahweh had the sacrifice in Basra. This is America. A great slaughter in the land of Idumea. See, America is the land of you Edomites. Okay? That's why you call it, manifest destiny. All right? It was the Lord's will for you to conquer America. Yeah, you're right. It's the land of you Edomites. Okay? Basra, America. All right? That all nations got rich off of. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust shall be made fat with fatness. The unicorns and the bullocks and with the bulls is the people. All right? This is going to be a great conflagration. Right? And you know the Lord loves sacrifice, so this is going to be pleasing and a sweet savor, well pleasing to the Lord. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, payback, and a year of recompense for the controversy of Zion, for what you did to the Israelites. All right. The streams thereof should be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and land there should become burning pitch. So we don't have to worry about Esau giving us reparations. The Lord already going to make Esau pay. All right. So this is Jeremiah. All right. Let's see. Real quick, let's look at this. Isaiah 13. Yep. This is Isaiah 13 and 19. Let's see. Let's start at 17. Behold, I stir up the Medes, which is Russia, against them. That's why there's always conflict between America and Russia, and Israel and Russia. All right. Which shall not regard silver and gold. As for gold, they shall not delight in it. So paying these Russians off, making deals with the Russians and peace agreements, eventually they ain't gonna go for it. All right, the Lord gonna let these Russians loose. Their bows, which is these nuclear missiles, also shall dash the young men to pieces. They shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. All right, so they ain't gonna give a shit about you people in America. And Babylon, America, the glory of kingdoms. What's the glory of kingdoms today? All right, It's America. Everybody want to be like a freaking America. And the beauty of the Chaldeans, because they drunk of the wine of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. All right, they they drunk down the philosophies of America and made deals with her to enjoy her riches. And the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency. The Chaldeans are the elite. And what country are the elite using to push out its agenda on the earth? America. Shall be as when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited. Neither shall be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Yeah, no more Arabs making money off of us Israelites. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. Same prophecy in Revelation 18th chapter. And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Alright? And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and the dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. So now, let's do this real quick. See, we talking about Babylon, but the same things is talked about with Esau, Edom. Let me see. Real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Yep. Yep. This is Jeremiah 49 and 13. For I have sworn by myself, said Yahweh, that Basra, America, shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste. Again, Jeremiah 49 and 13, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste. All right, we read this about Babylon and saying the same thing about America. Saying the same thing about Esau, Edom, and Basra. All right. For I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men, insignificant. People look down on white America now. Thou terribleness have deceived thee, and thy pride of thy heart. Yeah, Esau believed that he could just go through the earth kicking ass. Now, these other nations got weapons, and they dare you to do something. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, Caucasians. All right, that's your natural habitat, to be cave dwellers. That's why you like skyscrapers. All right, who invented skyscrapers? Esau, the so-called white man. He's a cave dweller. He like living in the clefts of the rocks. Modern day clefts of the rocks, big ass skyscrapers. That holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make the nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said Yahweh. Alright? Yo. Like eagles' nest, Esau got his space stations and satellites all in the sky. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. So Edom is a people. So you will be able to go past the people and be like, God dang, look at them. They're destroyed. They're desolate. Right? This talk about Esau's land. Okay? And as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof. So nuclear destruction upon you Edomites' kingdom, as it was in Sodom and Gomorrah, said Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. You see, it's talking about the land. All right, the land of you Edomites. Okay, the same thing said in Isaiah 13. All right, and Revelation 18. Isaiah 34, all these precepts connected. Behold. All right, let's see. That was it right there. All right. Let's see. Might end it off right there. Let's see. Okay. Jeremiah 50 and 40. This is talking about America. Babylon the Great. Jeremiah 50 and 38. Was there nuclear destruction on ancient Babylon or Neo-Babylonian Empire? No, it wasn't. This chapter, in chapter 51, is talking about America. All right, because this judgment didn't happen to Neo-Babylon. A drought is upon her waters. You see, the nuclear fire gonna dry this bitch up, and they shall be dried up, for it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. And Esau, he pushes his idolatry on these other nations. All right, mainly, you know, that democracy. Okay, Americanization mixed with all types of different idol worship. All right, one thing that destroys these countries, all right, and brings in other wickedness, high level wickedness, is this this Queen of Heaven spirit, women liberation. Therefore the wild beast of the desert with the wild beast of the isle shall dwell there, and the owl shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever. You see, same thing written in Revelation 18 about a future Babylon. Same thing in the Old Testament. Neither shall be dwelt in from generation to generation, as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, said Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell there. Right? It's over with for this place. All right, Lord, willing, this lesson was edifying unto the hopeful elect. Give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Chakarash Brakatham Shalom.